Oh my god, jokers, you are never going to believe how long I've been trying to make this video. Like, over a week I've been trying to make this video. Today is the day that I've actually had a chance. So let's get into it.
기억력이.
찜이 이번 디올쇼도 괜찮더라.
감사합니다.
나 다 찾아오지.
그 약간 단추 다 푼 거?
인스타 보면은
Okay, so that clip is from the recent GQ interview. I don't know if you noticed, but when J-Hope was talking about how hot Jimin looked here, he slapped JK. Like, he was like, oh, Jimin, you were so hot for Dior. And then he slaps JK. What does JK have to do with anything, J-Hope? Why are you slapping JK? And he's supposed to be slapping Jimin. He was one who looked hot. Like, you know, by slapping, I mean, he hit him playfully, right? He's supposed to be doing that to Jimin. He was the hot one. He's the subject. Why is he bringing JK into it? And, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to today's video. Have you ever wondered, why do Jikookers call J-Hope our president? Let's talk about it. Okay guys, let's watch that video one more time and pay attention to J-Hope and JK.
기억력이.
찜이 이번 디올쇼도 괜찮더라.
감사합니다.
나 다 찾아오지.
그 약간 단추 다 푼 거?
인스타 보면은
This happens a lot with couples and their friends or family. Let's take for example that you're a singer and you're performing, and then you go on stage and you're so good, you're amazing. Someone's gonna look at your partner like, oh, your girlfriend is good, she's amazing. They're gonna compliment your partner on your behalf. Do you know what I mean? Like, say you invite people for lunch and you make them a really nice meal. People are gonna look to your partner like, damn, she's amazing. He's a really good cook. You're so lucky. You know what I mean? So in this moment, because Jimin was so hot, J-Hope is hitting JK like, damn, son. He's like, oh, your boyfriend was looking good.
인스타 보면은
That's what's going on here. And as soon as I saw this moment, immediately, light bulb, I remembered J-Hope watching Jimin practice for filter. So on that clip, you can see members here watching Jimin as he's practicing. And as soon as he gets to this part, J-Hope is like, woo, JK! I mean, we all go crazy over this moment. Like, even locals, when they watch Filter for the first time, they're like, oh, like this? When he did this, bro. So yeah, we get why J-Hope reacted that way, because damn, hey. So I have made this post on Tumblr already, if you follow me. So this is not gonna be new to you, but because of what happened recently, I decided to revisit this topic because J-Hope has exposed Jikook many a times, and I figured, why not look at all those moments, right? OT7s and aunties, they were like, you know, members confuse Jimin and JK all the time, especially J-Hope. But the thing about this clip is, when J-Hope said, JK, he looked at JK. He did not shout JK while looking at Jimin, because then that would have meant that he missed, like, it's just that thing you say, like, you have too many kids and you call each other their names, like, you know, that mistake you make, it's completely normal, and J-Hope does it all the time. Problem is, he said JK and then glanced at JK because Jimin was doing a sex dance move. So immediately J-Hope is like, JK. You know, he's like, I can't believe you're hitting that. Like, bro, you know? Honestly, this is such like, this happens all the time with couples. They look to the partner and they're like, oh, that's your boyfriend? That is exactly what is happening here. Let's watch it again. I know it's a small square at the bottom, but you will see J-Hope when he says JK, he turns to look at JK. Jimin is at the front, but J-Hope turns. Let's look at it one more time. So yeah, when J-Hope called JK, he meant to say JK. Why? Because he looked at JK. So he did not make a mistake. And don't get it twisted. Him always confusing Jimin and JK, all the members always confusing Jimin and JK tells a lot. That in and of itself is very loud. It means they are always together. So members associate them with each other. The topic at hand today is J-Hope meant to say JK because he looked at JK. He was complimenting JK because his boyfriend is fine. Ooh, yes, he's so fine. So yeah, as soon as J-Hope talked about this moment and then slaps JK,
그 약간 단추 다 푼 거?
인스타 보면은
I went straight to that moment from Filter. And that's why we're here today. Moments where J-Hope exposed Jikook. Why Jikookers call J-Hope our president. And we are very consistent, my guy. We are very consistent because this has been happening for years. Because J-Hope is always exposing the truth. He's always telling us what's up. You know what I mean? Yes, I am throwing shade to trash cookers because today Jimin is their president. Tomorrow he's a homewrecker. Pick a freaking lane, my guy. So yeah, J-Hope is our president and this is why. Starting us off is this popular moment from Bon Voyage Season 1.
지민이 와 쟤는 왜 이렇게 느리냐? 아 미치겠다. 지민아 왜 이렇게 늦게 와? 저요? 물량 욕심. 날려줘. 아 미친다.
Like we saw from the clip, Jimin was lagging behind. So J-Hope is like, why is Jimin so slow? And he turns to JK. Other members are there. They're there. But he specifically turns to JK and is like, Jimin is all the way in the back. My God, why is he telling JK? How is that JK's business? And then, and this is quite funny, the way he looks at JK expectantly, waiting like, dude, your boyfriend, what's he doing back there? Say something.
지민이 와 쟤는 왜 이렇게 느리냐? 아 미치겠다.
Like that is such a dead giveaway. Why JK? Why are you reporting Jimin to JK? Why does it matter? What is JK going to do about Jimin lagging at the back, bro? Huh?
미치겠다. 날려줘. 아 미친다.
J-Hope enjoys Jikook moments even more than we do. I'm so jealous. He has a front row seat to everything. He sees all the moments. Maybe more than he might have liked to. Because let's not forget, these three have shared a room for years. And that's because JK was always in their room. JK had his own room over the years, but he was always in J-Hope's room. He was always in Hope Min's room, and they were always making jokes about it. JK was in that room for so long that he was considered a bad roommate. If you remember from the Blood, Sweat and Tears parody, Jimin, JK, and J-Hope were labeled as roommates. No, JK was not a roommate, but he was there so much, he was considered one of them. And let's not forget, when JK directed Life Goes On, he made it so that him and Jimin were roommates. Like, he took J-Hope out of the picture completely. Like, my guy, he's the imposter, but he has removed J-Hope from the picture? Bro. Anyway, I digress. But my point is, J-Hope has seen so much and a lot that he's bound to slip up once in a while. He's bound to make some mistakes here and there because he has seen his fair share of Jikookery. He should write a book one day. I would pay £1,000 for that. What has he walked in on? What did he see that he wish he hadn't? What did they do when they thought he was sleeping? Moving on, guys. Moving on.
나 가지고 어떻게 가져가 그 무거운 걸 가요? 이러고 가요? 지민? 지민이야?
뭐래?
얘 지민이야. 지민.
좀 이상하니까 빨리.
지민,
We all know about this moment, right? This is from the live where Jimin told us that he's a big eater. We all know about the analysis that Jikookers did, and we know that JK was in this room hiding, which would explain why J-Hope did this. Because this right here is best friend making fun of his friend, because you know he's gonna get some later, right? Because the boyfriend is around, so he's making fun of him, like the mourning and the joking and everything. People are gonna consider this a J-Hope moment, which fine, to each their own. But really, this was a Jikook moment. J-Hope knew JK was in that room, and so he's teasing Jimin here because his boyfriend is in the room, basically teasing Jimin for what's gonna happen later. I've done this to my sister before. She recently went on a date, and I was like, "Ooh, you gonna get some? You gonna get some?" And this is exactly what J-Hope is doing to Jimin. He's making fun of Jimin because he knows what's gonna happen when he leaves. He knows what's gonna happen between Jikook. What always happens. Like I said, J-Hope knows a lot, has seen a lot, has seen his fair share.
가요? 이러고 가요?
지민. 지민이야?
뭐래?
얘 지민이야. 지민.
좀 이상.
Yeah, the morning definitely gives it away. J-Hope is teasing Jimin about sex. That's it. That's what's going on here. So this is a really loud moment of our president telling us exactly how it is.
토끼침 꽤나 매콤하거든요. 매콤해 토끼침.
Next we got ourselves some spicy rabbit spit. Yeah. Some Jikook moments, they would get away with them if there wasn't certain reactions from them or the members. Like here, I would have honestly thought they were talking about actual rabbit. Like rabbit spit, it's spicy or whatever. I would have thought that, Jimmy's talking about an actual rabbit. But then J-Hope goes and looks at JK, who's getting his makeup done behind Jimmy. As we all know, JK is the bunny, right? And then Jimin says that rabbit spit is spicy, and then J-Hope looks at JK. Why? Yes, this is J-Hope again giving away the Jikook secret.
토끼침 꽤나 매콤하거든요. 매콤해 토끼침.
Wow, these people really have us working hard, trying to join the dots. Little do they know Jikookers are very smart. So yeah, rabbit spit is spicy, and the rabbit in question is JK getting his makeup done behind Jimin. According to J-Hope anyway, because this is a dead giveaway, bro. Next, guys, we all remember this moment where JK was proving exactly how strong he is. And so he carried every single member, apart from RM, under this thingy. And J-Hope didn't say nothing until JK was carrying Jimin. And then suddenly he's shouting, "Waifu!" Like, my guy, why? What about Jimin has J-Hope thinking about JK's wife? Like, is this dude our president or what? He spelled it out right there, waifu! This moment is so freaking loud. We don't talk about it enough. This right here proves that Jikook is very, very, very real. Like, bro, there's a lot of Jikook moments that people can try to explain away, but I don't see how you can explain this away. JK was carrying the members since RM and Jin, but only when he carries Jimin, J-Hope is like, waifu, bro. That tells us everything that we need to know. Thank you. Next. The other moment comes from this Ran Pottery episode. The behind the scenes, you're gonna see J-Hope telling JK what he needs to do to Jimin. Like in rom-coms, that JK needs to go stand behind Jimin and then they're gonna do the pot together. This right here is what J-Hope is talking about, bro. He's telling JK to do this to Jimin, two friends, two brothers. Why does he want them to do this? This thing that couples do at Pottery. Why does J-Hope want Jikook to do this? Explain to me. Explain to me. If Jikook are just friends, why does J-Hope... What? Bro, our president coming through. What? The next moment comes from BV4. So J-Hope created this new recipe of toast and he was making it for members. This toast that he made, he gave to JK, he gave to Jin, and he gave to Sugar. So Yoonmin lost rock, paper, scissors, and they had to climb to the top of the hill and then come back. So when they came back, Jimin, J-Hope asked Jimin if he was hungry. And then he offered to give him his toast with the new recipe. And how does Hobi convince Jimin to eat his special toast? Does he tell him that Jin enjoyed it? No. Does he tell him that Sugar enjoyed it? No. He tells him that Jungkook enjoyed it. I'm not sure we have grasped that. Yeah? So J-Hope has a new recipe here. And he wants Jimin to try it. So how does he try to convince Jimin to eat his toast? By telling him, my guy, you're gonna like this because JK also liked it. Why? JK liking it. What does that have to do with whether or not Jimin will like it? Like I said on Tumblr, we have to always remember JK and Jimin are not the only ones hiding the fact that they're in a relationship. Members are also doing it. And so sometimes they're gonna forget. They're gonna do slip-ups here and there. They're gonna let us know. And only people who are analyzing, only Jikookers who see it all are gonna figure it out. And this was hard to miss. Because in order for Jimmy to take that toast, J-Hope had to name drop JK. Yep, gotta love our president. Next moment is a favorite of mine because it's so relatable. Like, I relate to this hard. Because much like J-Hope, I'm a laugher. Like, I laugh a lot. I laugh. My husband tells me I laugh over everything. So I laugh a lot. And I laugh, like, if my two friends are like a couple, they're like arguing or having like some, disagreement in front of me, I think it's hilarious.
오늘은 정국 매림이도 봤어. 정국 매림이. 그래서 어떻게 결정을 어떻게 했어? 그냥 보기만 했어. 보기만 했어. 그러니까 이제는 결정을 기다릴 수도 있으니까 먼저라도 만든지 해야 될 거 아니야. 아마 근데 그분도 모르실 거야. 너가 지금 공식적으로 얘기했는데? 그분은 모르실 수도 있지. 그렇지. 전달해줘. 그렇지. 그럴 수 있지. 오케이. 자, 여러분들 저희가 이제 부산 콘서트를 마치고.
So we all know this is a Jimless moment. JK was like, I also saw Jungkook marry me. And Jimmy was like, what you say? Oh, I love this moment so much. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like, we rarely ever see Jimmy jealous. But when it happens, it's good. It's very, very juicy. So this moment, JK was on the hotspot. And J-Hope was having the time of his life. Like, look how funny this was to J-Hope.
정국 매림이. 그래서 어떻게 결정을 어떻게 했어? 그냥 보기만 했어.
This is me to a freaking T. Like, I don't know who else does this, but it's so funny to me when two couples are like arguing in front of me. Like, of course, who are my friends? Not some random people I don't know. But you do, like, some people would feel awkward. But it's hilarious. It's so funny because obviously these fights are not usually like serious ones. They're just having a back and forth of something very minute that happened. And they're just going back and forth. And I'm just there enjoying it like, where's my popcorn? You know what I mean? So yeah, this moment always reminds me of that. So relatable. This couple is fighting behind him and J-Hope is like, yeah, that's the good stuff. So yeah, I love this one.
지민아 생일 축하한다.
감사합니다, 형님.
야, 축하해주려고 왔어. 근데 왜 이 작업실에서 하는 거야? 응? 뭐야? 여기 뭐 공룡이잖아. 공룡이잖아.
공룡이지.
지민아 형 작업실로 가자. 옮기자 이제.
우리 이거
고대 때에서 갑니다.
뭐 했으니까 그거 하자.
뭐?
Yo. Is this how we found out JK has a studio? I wasn't in the fandom then, guys. Let me know if this is how people found out that JK had a studio, or did you guys know before then? But yeah, as we can see, J-Hope exposed to us, to the world, that Jimin was in JK's studio. And then he tries to save the situation when Jimin starts blushing, looks at him like that and start blushing. J-Hope is like scrambling to get, to like, oh, this is public property. Anybody can come in here. Like, that's what he's trying to make it out to be, because he knows he's already messed up. It's like, for some reason, it was supposed to be a secret that Jimin was doing this in JK's studio. But here comes our president telling us everything. And now we will know forever.
이 작업실에서 하는 거야? 응? 뭐야? 여기 뭐 공룡이잖아. 공룡이잖아.
공룡이죠.
I love J-Hope so much. Thank you, Hobi. Thank you. He literally just... he just normally says things. It's like he forgets. He thinks like we all know when we don't. But J-Hope, we are not complaining. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, please. The next moment is from BV3 Malta, and I love it. I absolutely am obsessed with this moment. So we all remember where Jikook were in bed and V was holding JK's legs while they were sleeping. So J-Hope walks in and sees them, and he's like, what are these two doing? I have no idea what specifically about this bothered J-Hope, but it did. He just saw them in this position and he took note of it to bring it up later. And bring it up, he did. So J-Hope just couldn't wait to tell Jimin about what he had just seen. So immediately he's asking JK and V, why did you guys sleep like that, by the way? Why did V put his face in front of Jungkook's feet? I wish I could get an accurate translation for this, but basically he's just asking them in front of Jimin. He could have done it aside. He could have asked them when he found them. He could have said this anytime, but this is what convinces me that he was reporting JK to Jimin, because he just had to do this right here in front of Jimin. He was like, why did I find you guys in bed like that? V, who's probably been already forgotten about it, he's taken aback by the question. He's like, eh? And so JK continues to elaborate, you guys were cuddling. This is here, Jimin is like, what? And JK is, he's... Guys, I'm sorry, I love this moment so much. And J-Hope can't wait to be like, they were cuddling. I saw them in bed, they were cuddling. Look at Jimin's face, y'all. He's like, he hears that, Jikook were cuddling in bed. He's like, what? I don't know what was going on here, right? Because the Tannies, they cuddle all the time. We've seen them, they all cuddle. Like, they're like pandas in hibernation. Like, they cuddle a lot. So I don't know what it was about this specific day that J-Hope was like, Jimin must know about this, right? And so Jimin, he wants to clarify what's going on. So you're telling me that JK was cuddling V's feet and V was hugging JK's feet. And J-Hope is like, yeah. And look at Jimin's face. Look at Jimin's face, y'all. So he asked, was it JK cuddling V? J-Hope is no. So it was V hugging JK, and J-Hope was like, yes. And Jimin's face, I don't know if this is a Jimin last moment or this is just him like, oh, okay, so it wasn't JK hugging V, it was V hugging JK. Oh, okay, never mind then. I don't know. But for some reason, they needed to talk about what happened, and I will forever be fascinated by this. But yeah, this is definitely a J-Hope bringing Jikook's relationship to our attention, because why did he need to tell Jimin about what happened? Why was he concerned by walking in on Jikook like that? Like, what was... Hello, what's going on here? So yeah, I absolutely love this moment. This just shows you how invested J-Hope is to the Jikook relationship. Because JK did something and immediately J-Hope is like, Jimin, you need to hear this. Oh, he snitched on JK. He totally snitched on JK. Oh my goodness. You guys have been waiting for this one. We cannot end the video without talking about the mother loads. We cannot end the video without talking about the big one. And this, my guy, was a big one.
제가 평소에
형, 내가 뭐
옷을 잘 안
하는
입고
거야?
있어가지고 옷을 항상 벗고 있어가지고
아 그리고 음악도 있어야 돼. 음악 담당은 정국인데, 그렇지?
맞아, 정국이.
무슨 뭐라고? 왜?
그래.
I mean, that was crazy, right? Like, that was kind of crazy. Jimin talking about how at home he's normally naked while listening to music. And our president was kind enough to let us know that while Jimin is walking around home half naked, a.k.a. is in charge of the music. Jimin's face, y'all. Jimin's face.
음악 담당은 정국인데, 그렇지?
맞아, 정국이.
무슨 뭐라고? 왜?
그래.
Guys, we can't completely blame J-Hope for this one. Because honestly, the one who gave it away was Jimin. J-Hope was just talking, yes, he made a slip of the tongue. But the way Jimin reacted is what makes us go, hold on, wait a minute. What did J-Hope just say?
음악 담당은 정국인데, 그렇지?
맞아, 정국이.
무슨 뭐라고? 왜?
그래.
And yeah, because of this, we had to go back to the clip and be like, why is Jimin making that face?
왜?
그래.
Don't you just love lives? Because a mistake cannot be taken back. Because if this was not live, they would have edited this part out. But alas, here we are. Jimin's face. J-Hope, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much. The Jikookers president just gave us this information, and Mimi was like, bro, what did you just say? What are you telling them about? Nah, Jimin's face is everything on this one. So yeah, guys, motherhood is calling just in time. I gotta go, but I had to make this video when J-Hope did this because, bro, is Jikook real or what? Yeah? See you on the next video, guys. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. Because like I said, I never know when it's gonna be. So if you do that, then you will. You will know as soon as I post. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like, comment, give me your thoughts. Any other moments that you consider to be our president feeding us, let me know down below in the comment section. Bye.